Yo, what is going on, guys? What is up? It's Preacher Man Sports. Welcome back to another video. And NFL Week 1 is upon us. I'm going to preview this on Wednesday because I don't feel like fucking making a video on that day because I got other shit to do. Um, and I'm going to do my Week 1 picks. This one's probably going to be the longest one because I'm going to go by breakdown. And then after that, it'll be like maybe like at best 10 minutes long or 8 minutes long. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go down the lines right here. Well, let me do the season opener first, which is the Detroit Lions against the Kansas City Chiefs. Word is that Travis Kelce hyperextended his knee, and his status for Week 1 opener is in doubt. But regardless, like I'm gonna pick Kansas City, and here's why: Andy Reid and Mahomes, they know how to find ways to win because it's the Andy Reid way. There's a reason why he's the best head coach in the league right now. Um, I think Detroit, they're gonna start off bad and they're gonna go off good. Like I got the Chiefs winning by a score of 28 to 24. It's gonna be better than last year's because last year it was the Bills and the Rams got fucking killed by the Bills. But yeah, I'm not gonna count Andy Reid out. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just gonna pick the Chiefs. If I'm wrong, then yeah, good job, Lions. Um, Next we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Indy. They usually beat each other in each other's houses, but I think this year is gonna be different. Anthony Richardson, whom they drafted top 5, and I don't know why they're starting him. I don't agree with that. They should have started Gardner Minshew just for this year because Anthony Richardson looks raw as hell. But maybe they're tanking to get like Marvin Harrison Jr. But give me the Jags. Anthony Richardson's gonna struggle out there. I think he's gonna throw. I think he's gonna go like maybe 15 of 30. I say he's gonna go like maybe 17 of 33. Throw for just 200 yards. He'll throw one touchdown and he'll get picked off twice, and he'll run in a touchdown. So I'll say the Jags win this by a score of 28 to 17. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Cleveland Browns. It's in Cleveland. Joe Burrow has a lingering calf injury. He's saying that he feels good. He's doing good, and it's in Cleveland. You know how Joe Burrow has a bad history in Cleveland, particularly, and Myles Garrett might feast on that calf. So I'll say Cleveland wins this. I wouldn't be shocked if Cincinnati wins because Cincinnati usually starts off on a bad note. So I say Cleveland wins this by a score of 24 to 21. Next up, we have the Houston Texans going to Baltimore to play the Ravens. I don't think there's any question. I'm gonna go Baltimore because I don't. The Texans are gonna struggle like hell. D'Amico Ryan's first year head coach, C.J. Stroud, a rookie starting. Their defense, like it's gonna be better since Ryan's is the head coach. He knows how to work the DC. They don't have offensive pieces outside of Damian Pierce. John Mechie's coming back from leukemia, so that's good. Thank God. He was there on third round pick, I think, from Alabama. Um, and I don't know. The Texans, they're gonna struggle, but I think they're going in the right direction. So Baltimore should win this by a score of 33 to let's say 17. Um, Next up we got the oh next up we got the Las Vegas Raiders coming to Denver. Um, there's a lot of stuff going on. I have no idea what's going on in that Raiders facility and locker room. I just know that Chandler Jones is not happy because he got locked out of the facility or some shit. Um, he's not happy over there. Josh McDaniels is tearing that locker room apart like a lot of us Broncos fans told the Raiders, but Raiders, they don't want to listen and say, "Oh, Josh McDaniels is from Bill Belichick." Who cares? Bill Belichick's staff never be good except Brian Flores. He was good and he's still good. But I'm gonna go Denver. I'll explain more on the preview. I'm gonna drop on Friday. The Broncos, yeah, they don't. Judy's status is up in the air. I'll have to see what the practices are. Like the Raiders got Josh Jacobs. They have Devontae Adams, obviously, but their problem is their O line. Their defense isn't scary. It's just Max Crosby. Chandler Jones, even if he plays, he's washed. Their linebacking is one of the worst in the league. Their secondaries is trash outside of Nate Hobbs, who's not bad, and their safeties are terrible. Like Trayvon Merrick is on a hot seat year, and Marcus Epps is just a good run stopper. His pass coverage is pretty bad. It almost reminds me of Kareem Jackson. So give me the Broncos by a score of 24 to, let's say, um actually no, let's say the Broncos win 27 to, I say 8 I say 18. Get a little weird score on that game because it's always weird with us. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins playing the Los Angeles Chargers. This is tough. I don't think Justin Herbert's ever lost a week one because I don't know. Miami, you don't know what they're gonna be like. The Chargers, like Miami's, Tua's concussion. You don't know what the Chargers are gonna be like. They're always that overhyped mid team. Um, I know they got Quentin Johnston. Their defense is garbage. It's terrible. All those superstars and Tua, who had a trash game against the Chargers, who was on a concussion, still did good, but I don't know. Give me the Dolphins and on a little upset right there. I say this will be like a shootout by a score of, let's say, 34 to 28. There you go. Um, I'll come back to this one later. That's the Monday nighter. So let's go here. We got the Niners against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, I like what they're cooking up, but I just don't like Matt Canada. And their defense is good. The Niners, they obviously still have the best defense in the league. Nick Bosa, however, is holding out due to a contract dispute, but I don't think that's gonna matter. They added Javon Hargrave to help in the interior. They still have Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, the best linebacking duo in the league. Um, then I know their O line is gonna be a question mark. Because Trent Williams is carrying. They lost Mike McGlinchey. Um, and George Kittle, I don't know if he's gonna play, but I think Signs are he's supposed to play. So I got the Niners winning this by a score of 28 to, let's say, 28 to 28 to, nah, actually, I think the Niners will win this by a score of 31 to say 17. There you go. I just don't know about the Steelers. They don't seem that big of a deal. I don't know why people are hyping them up. Like, I get Kenny Pickett. I just don't like Matt Canada. He's a terrorist at OC, and yeah, there's really much else to say. They're gonna have a good defense though. The Titans going up against the Saints. A little birdie told me, he's a Raider fan, told me that Ryan Tannehill literally is undefeated in his career against Derek Carr, who's the Saints quarterback. It's in New Orleans though. Dennis Allen, he's probably the worst head coach in the league. Um, um, like I don't know how this is gonna work. I think the Saints, they should pull this. I'll pull them out, but it's gonna be like a sluggy game. I say the Saints win this by a score of 21 to, let's say let's say 21 to 18. Why not? Um, actually no. Let me push that up a little. Let's do 24 to 20. There we go. That looks better. The Saints, they have good weapons like Chris Olave. Jamal Williams is gonna be starting since Kamara is fucking suspended because of the stupid shit he pulled in Vegas. And what else? Their defense is gonna be fine. Their defense is gonna be good because Dennis Allen knows what he's doing for once on defense. That's his specialty. Next up we got the Eagles against the New England Patriots. Like I honestly got Philadelphia. They should blow out New England. New England is gonna be one of the worst teams in the league. Mac Jones isn't anything. Getting Juju Smith-Schuster is literally just a a Jacoby Myers counterpart. From what I'm hearing, his knee could explode any minute. So I got the Eagles winning by a score of 35 to 35 to 17. The Patriots defense is good, but I don't think it's gonna, you know, counter with the Eagles. But who knows? Next up, oh my God, we got Arizona against the Washington Commanders. This should be a fucking slugfest because for one, Arizona's gonna be the worst team in the league, and Washington's not even that good this year. I like what Sam Howell did against the Cowboys last year. He showed some potential, but Terry McLaurin's not playing week one, so Brian Robinson, their running back, along with Jahan Dotson, the other receiver, is gonna have to push it up. So I give me Washington. We don't even know who Arizona's quarterback is since Murray's out for a year. So I think this is gonna be a slugfest. I think Washington wins by a score of 20 to let's say 10. Oh my God. Arizona's gonna be terrible. I think they're only gonna win one game this year. Next up, we got Carolina Panthers against the Atlanta Falcons. Carolina's one of the like newer teams, like staff wise, player wise. Drafting Bryce Young, they draft like they added Adam Thielen for some veteranship. They got Frank Reich, head coach. Israel Evero is their DC. They're gonna have a good defense. The question mark is that O line. Can it protect Bryce Young enough? Because in the preseason, it wasn't doing that good. In Atlanta, I know they added guys like Jesse Bates and Calais Campbell on defense, and they also traded for Jeff Okudah. But I don't trust Desmond Ridder. I don't think he's the quarterback of the future for them, and even what he looks like. They drafted Bijan Robinson, that running back from Texas, who's supposed to be the best running back prospect since Saquon Barkley came out of Penn State. But I'm gonna go Atlanta because it's in Atlanta. Carolina struggles there. I say they win this game by a score of 23-20. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, going to go Minnesota. Tampa's not good at all. Minnesota has a good offense. They have Jefferson, obviously the best receiver in the league. An okay O line. They have Kirk Cousins. Yeah. They have Alexander Madison because they lost Dalvin Cook, but that doesn't matter for running backs. Their defense, however, is going to be the big problem because they added Brian Flores, which is good. He's a good defensive play caller. He did good with Miami. He was taught from Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick's actually smart with that. Because Ed Donatel was a big Fangio puppet. I was glad the Broncos got rid of him because he didn't do shit. Um, they lost pieces like they traded Zadarius Smith away, Byron Murphy. They added him though from the Cardinals. They let Patrick Peterson go, which was smart because he's washed. So give me Minnesota by a score of let's say 30 to 20. Their defense will give up some points. Next up, we got Green Bay against the Chicago Bears. Um, like, oh my God, like this is gonna be tough because Chicago people are hyping them up. I'm not on that hype train because you're gonna have to hold your horses on. I know they got DJ Moore. They did a lot in the free agency helping their defense, getting Yannick Ngakoue. I know they signed him, but he's just a pass rusher. He's a bad run stopper. They added T.J. Edwards from the Eagles. They added Tremaine Edmonds from the Bills for linebacking. Their secondary is a little underrated. Jaquan Brisker's an underrated safety, and Jalen Johnson's a solid corner for him. But the Packers, obviously losing Aaron Rodgers, trading him away, and then Jordan Love is the biggest question mark of all. Like, I don't know how this is gonna work. Like, what is Jordan Love gonna be? Their defense, however, is mid. Like if the Packers, like say if they screw up and Jordan Love doesn't be it, then they may put Matt LaFleur on the hot seat. This is the battle of the Mats. Like I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. Give me the Bears. I think they're gonna have to win the Packers eventually. Like no Aaron Rodgers, no bullshit to pull off that's gonna make them lose the game. Like they should win this game, man, by a score of let's say 24 to 22. I think the Bears get a last second field goal to get them that win. No, actually, no, not last second. They'll get a last second touchdown. There you go. Who's next? Ah, all right. Next up, we got us the L.A. Rams going to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Um, I have Seattle winning this. The Rams, like Cooper Kupp, he's hurt, hamstring problems. He's seeing a specialist. Matthew Stafford is gonna be behind a plumber-filled O line. Cam Akers is not a good running back. It's just gonna be Van Jefferson, I think Tutu Atwell and Ben Skoranek and Tyler Higbee at tight end for their offense because Cooper Kupp's still hurt. Their defense is going to take a big step back. They traded Ramsey away. They lost Taylor Rapp. Durant is the only corner they'll see into. They lost Bobby Wagner to Seattle, went right back to Seattle, and I just don't think the Rams are going to do it. They're not going to be shit this year. They traded their future for that Super Bowl. It was worth it in the end. Seattle, I think Geno Smith's going to take a little step back. I think for they have some good wide receivers like DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba. I don't think he's playing due to a hand injury. But in their defense, like that's the question. Like their defense isn't good. Last year was terrible at stopping the run. The secondary wasn't bad though. They won't have Jamal Adams though, but Quandre Diggs is good. Tyreek Woolen's good. Their defensive line is the problem. Like they signed Draymond Jones. Like I think he'll fit a little. He might fit better there because he's a 4-3 guy. But they overpaid the shit out of him. I'm not paying 18 million for a mid defensive end, so I'm not doing that. And I think Draymond Jones is one of the more overrated defensive ends, so they can have fun with that. But I have Seattle winning by a score of let's say 28-21. Um. Oh, next up we got the Dallas Cowboys facing off against the New York Giants. So obviously, the Giants have crazy that never ever beaten Dak Prescott, like a Dak Prescott led Cowboys. It's in MetLife. Last year it was a I think it was a Monday night game last year with Cooper Rush at quarterback, and the Cowboys still won. Like Brian Dable, maybe the better coach. Mike McCarthy, like they lost Kellen Moore. Um, he went to the Chargers. I think that's better because he's not that good of an OC, making some bad. He's bad under pressure. Their defense is obviously better than the Giants. The defense is top 10, arguably top 5 because they force a lot of turnovers. They get after the quarterback, and I got the Cowboys on the road winning this. Um, I think the Cowboys will win this game by a score of 31-21. I think because you know how the Cowboys play on prime time. They always want to shine for some reason. I don't get it. That's the weird thing about them. Um, Next up we got the last game, the Monday night game, the Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. The New York Jets obviously they're playing with a ton of pressure, a lot of new faces, a lot of new regime, and so forth. Um, and the Bills are the Bills. Like the Bills, they drafted Dalton Kincaid to help Dawson Knox out. That O line's the question mark, even though they signed Connor McGovern, who's mid. Josh Allen's still a top 3 quarterback in the league. Their defense, they won't have Von Miller to start, but they'll be fine because their secondary is really good. Because last year was hurt, so Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, Taylor Rapp, even that's where he went to. Tre'Davious White will have a full year off the ACL. I think Taron Johnson's still there, and Kyer Elam. and of course Damar Hamlin, you know. But the Jets, like, they have a lot of new for like trading for Aaron Rodgers. They signed Dalvin Cook. I don't know why. Brees Hall coming back from running back. They signed Alan Lazard. He's questionable. Their defense, it's still good. It's a great defense. I just think Sauce is one of the most overrated cornerbacks I've seen. Um, their linebacking is not bad. C.J. Mosley. Their defensive line, like Quinnen Williams, is really good. He's one of the best nose tackles in the league. But the Jets, like, I don't like their play calling. I don't like their play caller, Nathaniel Hackett, former Broncos head coach. Um, so good luck with that, Jets fans. I have the Bills winning this. Um, the Jets always play like shit against the Bills. I know they beat them last year, but yeah, it was Josh Allen was playing through a bad elbow. So I have the Bills winning this by a score of 33 to. Um, I'm gonna do a joke, 33-16, because yeah, that's the fucking curse right there, 16 fucking points. Um, so actually, you know, I'm gonna dial it down. I'm gonna dial it down. Let's say let's say 27-16. There we go. Now that looks better. That looks more realistic. Um the Jets are playing for a lot because, you know, Robert Sala's on the hot seat and probably Joe Douglas. If they don't make the playoffs, they're both going to be scapegoats, and that's just really it. So those are my week one picks, guys. You know, as you can see right there. So make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe, guys. Tell me your picks. 20 minutes. Oh wow. Um, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out and go Broncos. And I'll be calling the Chiefs and Lions game on Thursday night. So make sure you tune in. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.